Another day, another shady NPM package that infects Windows machines. Guys, this is getting out of hand. This NPM thing, this is not the first time. This is maybe the third time I report about this. An NPM package that has a post-install script that runs the moment you install it and then does shady stuff. Developers, you gotta be careful what you install. Let's get into it. ZNet reports another NPM package caught installing remote access Trojan. So for those who don't know, a Trojan is an app, technically, I like to call it as an app, as a software that runs, looks very legitimately, in this case it's an NPM package, and once it runs, it contains inside it shady stuff. How? So in the case of Trojan, most of the time the Trojan, when running on the victim machine, it will connect to some outside ward and let in the actual dangerous stuff. And that's exactly what happened here. Most probably because you cannot really listen on a NATed or device behind a NAT because nobody can actually access from your outside. So the Trojan actually flips the equation where when it runs, it connects to something public, being the public attacker website, and it downloads, and that is completely allowed because you're inside. You can connect to anything that is outside, right? And what this does is it's called JDB or DBJSON, whatever that means. Apparently, it's a database. What is it? The database client driver that just allows you to do that stuff. But when you do that, it runs the PostScript install and it runs something called bash.exe. So this tells me it doesn't run on Mac. It only infects Windows machine. So once it runs bash.exe, it downloads that file, runs the bash.exe, right? And then it installs something called njrat. So I looked, I was like, what is njrat? RAT stands for Remote Access Trojan. And here's what it does. A remote access Trojan has capability for logging keystrokes, access the victim's camera, steal credentials stored in browsers, open reverse shells, which we talked about, upload, download files, view the victim desktop, perform a process, file, and registry. Pretty much anything that whatever your IDE runs on, like if you're running this within Visual Studio Code, I believe that will take Visual Studio Code permissions and it will inherit from that. I might be wrong on that one, but if you run it on an admin terminal, like you run right-click CMD and then run as admin, and then you run npm install there, it will inherit the admin privileges, which is kind of scary if you think about it. So it can do all this stuff. So sometimes there's something interesting. So Sharma said that bash.exe loader also modifies the local Windows firewall to add a rule to whitelist its command and control, which is the public side that you connect to as a Trojan server before pinging back its operator and initiating the RAT download. So even if you block any outgoing request, unless it's whitelisted, the bash.exe that runs after the node npm package installs actually gives it access, right? So that's a little bit scary. Even without the firewall, there are many workarounds around that. So you can essentially establish a secure HTTPS secure connection to the command and control and just use HTTP, which is allowed by any firewall. The firewall will not block you from connecting to a port 443. It's just going to allow it. So you can download the file from there. So even if this batch.exe is, if it's using its own custom port, yeah, you'll be protected, but you cannot be protected against HTTPS. Even the firewall will not know what you're downloading. That's even scarier. Just wait a few years because people will start, those hackers will get just smarter. They will use encryption to their advantage so that the firewall will be blind. All right, guys, just wanted to let you know that this is another one. So careful what you install with NPM. And NPM, to be honest, they have to do something about this. It's the wild west, right? Because anyone can just publish a package to NPM and just immediately becomes public. I mean, NPM, once they were acquired by GitHub, I believe they have a security team now, but they detect things very late. I mean, when was this detected? Both packages were uploaded on the NPM package registry last week and were downloaded more than 100 times before their malicious behavior was detected by Sonatype. So Sonatype, we've seen this name repeated a long time. They are this research company that does this stuff. A company that scans packages repository for on a regular basis. So it wasn't detected by NPM security team. It was detected by this company. So either make NPM package signed so that we can essentially be trusted, which will make obviously publishing packages a little bit harder. But we have to do something like that. Otherwise, this is getting out of hand. We have to do something about it. All right. This is Hussein also signing out. Thank you so much, guys. See you in the next one.